Hey guys, Johnny Nerd out here. Today I want to be doing a video talking about some pre-made e-bikes that are going on sale for this Labor Day. And there was a website, bicycling.com. Bicycling.com. They did like a best buys that you could have. And I thought it'd be fun to just kind of go through that list and do what I would do and just build your own bike based on that and get a better bike. If you guys are new to this channel, I'm Johnny Nerd Out. I'm a custom e-bike builder, repairer, mechanic. We got a shop here in Vancouver, Washington. We repair bikes, e-bikes all day. We build e-bikes all day. We do consultations. We help people build their own bikes, buy their own bikes, whatever you want to do. Anything e-bike related, motorcycles, like custom everything, we do it all here at johnnynerdout.com. I'm going to put links below if you have any questions on what's going on. I want to give you guys an alternative to what these bikes are. Most of these bikes are going to have hub motors. You know, if you're not really quite sure what the difference between a hub motor and a mid-drive is, I got plenty of videos. I'll put links up here for it. In general, a mid-drive is a more advanced motor system than a hub motor, so keep these in mind. Okay, so number one up, they've got the Aventon Aventure 2. They want $1,799 for this one. It's got a 750 watt hub motor. The battery is a 720 watt hour battery. It's a 48 volt system. This weighs 77 pounds. For 1,800 bucks, it's not a terrible deal, but what I would do, you know, for about the same price, actually this one would cost a little bit more. I would go with the State bike, fat bike. That one weighs 40 pounds. I'd put a DM01 motor on it that puts out 1,000 watts. It's a mid-drive. That costs $540. And I would put a 48 volt Slim Shark on it. That's going to have about 720 watt hours on that as well. And my cost to do that would cost $1,965. And that's if you bought everything brand new. Now again, if you could buy a used bike, you could save some money. But that would only weigh 60 pounds. So you would save 17 pounds. You get something a lot more powerful, a lot more capable. Instead of a 750 watt hub motor, you'd have a 1,000 watt mid-drive, which would be noticeably more, especially when you're using those gears. That cost would be $1,955. So, you know, 150 bucks extra, you'd save 17 pounds. You'd get a lot better bike, in my opinion. Next is the Aventon Ramblas. They got a lot of Aventon bikes here. I wonder if they were sponsored. Aventon wants $27.99 for this, so 2,800 bucks. This is powered by a 36 volt, 250 watt mid-drive. It's a torque sensor. It's a 36 volt, 708 watt hour battery. And this thing weighs 54 pounds. So what I would do, man, that's a lot of money, 2,800 bucks. What I would do is I would go with either like a Trek Roscoe or like a Specialized Fuse. And actually Specialized right now has these brand new on sale for 1,100 bucks. And they weigh 31 pounds. And these are awesome bikes. If you guys haven't seen the video I did on this, I built a Specialized Fuse. This is one of my top 5 bikes. They're just amazing. I would put this with a DM02 motor, 2.7 DM02 motor. That's a 500 watt. That would be double the power of this, and it's still torque sensing. And then I'd go with a 48 volt, 14 amp hour. That'd be about 415 bucks. So all in, my cost on this would be $1,844, and my bike would only weigh 45 pounds instead of 54. So I'd save about $1,000, and I'd have about a 10-pound weight savings on this. And something that is way more powerful and way more upgradable and tunable. Next, they have the Specialized Turbo Vado 3.0, and Specialized wants $3,000 for this. The bike weighs 36.9 pounds. The power is from a 250 watt mid-drive. The battery is a 530 watt hour. What I would do for this, again, $3,000, that's a lot. I would go with a Specialized Roll 2.0 for 700 bucks off of the Specialized website, brand new. That weighs 29 pounds. I'd probably, again, go with the DMO2 motor for 330 bucks. And I'd go with a wedge battery, a 52 volt, 10 amp hour, 520 watt hours, same capacity. And I'd only be in it for $1,380. That's how much that would cost. Instead of $3,000, I would spend $1,380. And that would weigh 43 pounds. So it'd be about, what is that, 6 pounds difference? So I'd gain 6 pounds, but I would gain more power, tunability, customizability, and I'd save about $1,600. Now there's a little twist with this one. You could also put the Photon motor on it, make this thing a Rolls Royce for $600 more. So you'd be at like $1,900. You'd still save $1,000, which would give you $1,000 to outfit it with, you know, all the racks and all that stuff, and tons of, take your wife out to somewhere nice for dinner to show her how much you just saved. So that's what I would do. All right, the next one we got the Lectric One Long Range. This is a folding bike. They want $2,200 for this. This is powered by a 750 watt hub motor, 48 volt system, 672 watt hours on the battery, and it weighs 55 pounds. What I would do is I'd go with the Bikes Online bike, Polygon Urbano for $500. I'd go with the Bafang BBS02 for $417. And again, all these links to all these stuff I'm talking about, if you're like, where do I get this stuff? I got them all linked down here. I have a shop, carry all these parts. I also carry all the help. If you're like, I don't know what to do, go to johnnynerd.com. I'll help you build these things for half the price, more power, less weight. Anyways, back to the bike. I'd go with the probably, so this is a weird one because it's a folding bike. You would have to get a smaller battery. So I'd go with the Wedge battery, which is only a 500 watt hour battery. So it'd be a little bit less than the Lectric One, but it would be a lot less. It would be $350. Or there's an alternative. You could go with 2 saddlebag batteries, which they're like the size of a pop can. They're really small. You get 2 of those, and that would have more watt hours. You could just carry 2 of them. But if you went with the first option, it would cost you $1,267, which is about a $900 savings over the Lectric One. And it would only weigh 43 pounds. So it'd be a lot lighter weight over the 55. If you went with the second option, you went with a saddlebag battery with a little bit less range, you'd cost $1,292. That would be for a 400 watt hour battery instead of a 672 watt hour battery. But that would only weigh 40 pounds, so that'd be really lightweight. If you're looking for a lightweight travel bike that folds up and you could take places, I would go with that route. Or you could always add another saddlebag battery and you'd still be in at under $1,700. And that would give you 800 watt hours versus the 672 watt hours that the Lectric is going to give you. And you got something that's lighter weight, more easily transportable, way more higher powered. Is that good English? And programmable, tunable with those Bafang motors. All the motors I carry here are programmable and tunable and highly accessorizable. Nothing of all these bikes, none of them are tunable or programmable. It'll allow you to make very basic changes in the display, like maybe like kilometers to miles, but that's about it. You can't fine tune how the motor performs, programs. You can't tailor it to your needs. So this is a big difference. Okay, next bike they have is the Salsa Moraine for $5,600. That's a good motorcycle cost right there. And this is powered by a 250 watt mid-drive. The battery's a 36 volt, 430 watt hour battery, and this bike weighs 49 pounds. So for this, you know, you want to get a good bike. I would go with the Fuel EX5 Gen 5. You could go to trek.com and you get these brand new for $2,200. Good full suspension bike. That weighs 33 pounds. And for this one, like, I would go with the Photon. I'd put the CYC Photon on here. That's a 950 watt or $950 motor, but it's very lightweight and it's high. It's the Mercedes of mid drives right now. And I'd go with the 52 volt Wedge battery, which is a 500 watt hour battery. So it'd be a bigger battery, approximately 6 times as powerful motor, and I would be all in for $3,500. So I would save $2,200 on this, and my bike would only weigh 48 pounds versus their 49 pounds. So I would have a lighter weight, more powerful, more nimble, just better experience, and I would save $2,200 that I could go and then buy another bike if I wanted to. And these are all brand new prices. If I could find a used Fuel EX5 for half the price, again, all these bikes too, you can find really good used bikes that are in great perfect condition and use those and save even more. So obviously this is just for fun. If you guys are like me and you like getting the absolute best product, you don't want to spend money for a product that's going to be obsolete in a couple of years. You're not going to be able to get support for it in a couple of years. Things like that. Build your own or pay somebody to build your own. You're still going to end out way ahead, and you're not going to get a bike that weighs 75 or more pounds, which is no longer a bike in my opinion. So yeah, anyways, if you guys have more questions like this, I could do these lists all day, every day. It's just very time consuming to make these because I have to go and collect all the data and all the stats and everything, and then I have to think about all the stuff. But I love doing stuff like this. Hopefully this helps you. Again, if you have questions, check the description below. If you're watching this on your TV, then I'm sorry, I don't know how to help you. Go on your phone and check the description. Otherwise, go to johnnynerd.com. We do consultations there. If you need help, we make sense of this. Yeah, go to johnnynerd.com. We have all the components and everything you need there. Happy to help you guys build the absolute best machine you can for the least amount of money that you can. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one.